Hello traders, in this video I'm going to explain the ICT change in state of delivery and order block indicator. I've tried to look for an indicator that plots the change in state of delivery and the order block the way ICT traders do, but I couldn't find one that is robust enough and that aligns with the way ICT traders plot their lines for marking the change in state of delivery and order block. So I've developed this ICT CISD and order block indicator, which basically plots the closures across the open of the opposing candles. Basically, if you don't know what is an order block, it depends on which school of thought you've gone to, but it is whenever you have a bullish candle that gets closed over by a bearish candle, that is going to be a bearish order block. And if it is the first bearish order block that comes after the last order block, it will be considered as a change in state of delivery, which signals the change in momentum of price. It used to go upwards and now it changed and it's moving downwards. An example of that would be, if I find one that is clear. So for example, here, let's say this is a bullish order block. A change in state of delivery happened somewhere. So we're just considering this for the sake of example. So this is bullish order block, and this is another bullish order block. Once we get a bearish closure below the open price of the bullish candle or a series of bullish candles, that is going to be considered as a bearish change in state of delivery. And you can say the same when you have the bearish order blocks. In this case, let's say this is our bearish order block. Then the first closure above the bearish candle, it's going to be the bullish change in state of delivery. So that's the way the proper ICT uses the order block and change in state of delivery. An indicator is based on this exact way of marking the change in state of deliveries and order blocks. And it's very mechanical. There is no window for discretion. There is no guesswork, and it's very precise. Even if the closure is by, let's say, 1 pipette, it's not even a pip, not even 1 pip, 1 pipette or 1 point, it's going to mark it for you that that's a change in state of delivery or an order block. So just for the sake of example, let's say this is a change in state of delivery after a bullish move, and then we have the next closure below the open price of the bullish candle or candles is going to be the continuation. So order blocks would signal continuation. Change in state of delivery just signals the reversal and change in momentum. So that would happen first, and then the next break of structure, you can call it, if you're using that term, whenever you get this and closure below that open price, that is going to be order blocks. So in this case, we do have these as an example. And then here, rather than you thinking, well, is this an order block? And for some, this will be, yes, it is an order block. But for me, I don't consider these to be order blocks. Why? Because you have this open until this low. So this is the open price of the bearish candles that made the lowest low. So everything that is inside here is noise until you either take the low or close above the open price of the bearish leg that formed the lowest low. So this is the proper ICT way of marking the order blocks and change in state of delivery, so that you make sure you don't get caught into noise entering in locations, and sometimes without confirming the true change in state of delivery or the true order block, you might get hit because the trend hasn't changed yet and it's still moving in one direction. And taking these ones will normally get you punished because it's not the true closure. This is the true closure, signaling that we have changed momentum, and at the moment we're going higher. And then whatever comes next after that change in state of delivery, it will be the order blocks, bullish order blocks. I would mark them in green to show them. So all these are order blocks, bullish order blocks. Same with here, same with that, and so on. But then when you have a price action that is noisy like this one, you would start thinking, okay, where is my change in state of delivery or order block line? Is it this one? Is it somewhere down here? Is it there? So rather than you going all the way down and try to figure out, okay, where the change in state of delivery happened, and then where is the continuation signals, which are these bullish order blocks, and then you try to mark out and then draw probably some boxes to know if a closure happened first or a sweep happened first, and then you mark this as your continuation, or is it, have we had any change in state of delivery here before we got, that that order block? Is this an order block or change in state of delivery? So rather than going through all that, you could just turn on the indicator, and instantly it will plot for you all the lines and show you whether you have a continuation or a reversal. And as you've seen here, our line was red, taking it as a change in state of delivery, just as an example. But actually the change in state of delivery has already happened here. And then once you get that signature, you could have went short, targeting whatever you want, and that could have worked. And also you have another signal, enter signal to enter over here. So I'll just remove all my drawings, and you can see through that noise. You don't need to go back and see, what is this? Is it a change in state of delivery? Do we have a change in momentum? Are we going bullish or bearish? And basically, if you've seen this price anyways, you shouldn't be caring whether you're bullish or bearish, because this is just simply noise. Until you break through it, that's when you would take a trade. But anyways, you can see here, this is the open price of this bullish series, and the indicator did not plot the change in state of delivery until we broke through that level and closed. Also here, as an example, some people consider this to be a change in state of delivery or an order block, and then could probably enter there, but then you get swept by the following candles. This is not a confirmation yet. Why? Because this is the open price of these bullish series that made the highest high. So until we get a closure below that price, that's our true change in state of delivery, which the indicator confirms. And as you can see, an interesting PA here. So we had the change in state of delivery happening here. This is the hourly on GU. I should have said that earlier. But anyways, this is the change in state of delivery. You can see we just got continuation signatures, bearish order blocks going lower. Why is that? Because this is your level for you to start considering that we get a confirmed bullish signature. Why? Because this is the open of this series of bearish candles, and that's the lowest low in this series. So all this is just noise. If you're trying to go long and then you try to take any trade inside this window, then you're in trouble, because we don't have a confirmed bullish signature yet to confirm that we're going higher. All this time, all we had is just simply continuation signatures to continue going lower. And in this case, if you're trading break a block, you would consider something like this, and then probably taking this continuation signature would have could have yield you a profit if you're targeting this low as a liquidity. Same here, if you're taking this continuation signature, targeting these lows, it could have worked for you. But not only that, yeah, you can see that the change in state of delivery has actually happened here after we swept all these lows. But anyways, not only that, the capability of this indicator goes beyond this. So in this case, if you know that we got the bearish change in state of delivery and we're looking for a continuation going lower, we know that we got a sweep of these highs. Just mark it as a liquidity. So we got a sweep of that high, and then we got a continuation signature. You can see that price started to close below the open prices of these bullish candles. That means that we're going lower. So this could have been a potential trade targeting this low, which yields you around 4.8. But anyways, in this case, you know that you're going lower, and you got to this, let's say, London kill zone. It's end of London kill zone. If you're looking to continue playing this short, yeah, let me just mark this as, I'll just use this. So this is your target in this case. If we go back slightly to this. So you know that we swept the highs in this case. We have the continuation signature going lower. We're still bearish on GU. And then you got this signature. So if you're someone who's using multi-time frame analysis, and you just don't swing trade, you scalp, a capability built within this indicator allows you to trade on lower time frames using high time frame confirmations. So in this case, if we go to the 5 minutes as an example, you can see here we got a lot of bearish signatures, which in this case you would have probably lost over here. If you entered on this change in state of delivery and this is your high, you're targeting that. Again, all this noise, if you want to align yourself with the high time frame closures, you could have done that simply by going to the settings and then change your time frame. And rather than having it to plot the change in state of delivery and order blocks on this time frame, you can change that to the hourly as an example. So as you remember, our change in state of our continuation bearish order block was somewhere here on the hourly. If we go back, so this is the closure we're looking for. If you're on the lower time frame and you're waiting for that signature to be confirmed, you are somewhere here. You can see that whenever we go below, I'll just go back there. Whenever we go below that level, the indicator will plot for you a dotted line showing you that there is a potential for you to continue lower. Yeah. And whenever we go above it, it will automatically disappear, telling you that it's not confirmed yet. So in this case, we got that confirmation around here. This is the hourly closure. It's not the 5 minute, the hourly, because we have changed that in the settings. You can go even lower in this case if you're looking for an entry, in this case targeting this low, and you could simply apply the same indicator again if you're looking to entries in this time frame as well. You can do that. At the moment I've just had this at 25, but let's say I'm just looking at the last 3 closures. That is an early signature on the 3 minutes time frame for you to go bearish, and it's aligned with the hourly closures, so you could have taken an entry there, or this continuation entry as well. You could have taken that targeting the liquidity at the lows, and same thing, price just gives you additional closures until we took that liquidity target. So you could have seen here another entry, which is a bit smaller. Let me just increase this number. So there were 2 closures here confirming that we're going lower. If you've missed the first entry, you could have probably placed yourself here, taking a market order, placing your high somewhere there. That's still 3R. If you even want to have a safer stop, you still could have had 2R. But mainly what I'm focusing on here is these closures. You can look into having change in state of delivery of higher time frames, aligning them with lower time frame confirmations to make sure that you're aligned on a multi-time frame scale and not only focusing on lower time frames like only the 5 minutes and ignoring what the hourly is doing, whether it's still going lower or it's still going higher. So just to give that, I'll quickly go through the settings of the indicator just to give you an idea. First of all, we have the alerts. If you want to be alerted of any bullish or bearish CISD or order block closures, you can just enable this, set alert, and then once you go to this 3 dots on the indicator and then add indicator strategy on ICT CISD and order block. What happened there? Sorry, because I'm in the reply mode, sorry. So now that would work. And then you add alert on ICT CISD and order block. And in this case, if you set it on this time frame, which is the hourly, whenever you get any change in state of delivery or you get any order blocks, it will inform you immediately of those closures. And you can see it's already here active, waiting for that to happen. And it won't alert, it won't tell you until the candle closes in this case. And if you want to trial it, we can go to, as an example, we can remove this and then we can go even to the 10 seconds. And you would see we're still getting those closures, an indicator identifying those change in state of delivery and order block patterns, even on the 5 seconds or 10 second, whatever time frame you're setting it up, it will still work regardless. Even if the 3 months, it will still plot for you those. Yeah. So just for the sake of showing the alerts, once you're not in the replay mode, just jump into here, set this alert, and whenever you have any bullish or bearish closures, whether it is a order block or change in state of delivery, it will notify you. If you're only focusing on, let's say, bullish closures, yeah, you're not interested in bearish closures, you can just remove this, enable the alert, remove any bearish closures, and then you would go to set your alert, choose any alert. There we go. We got the notification that we have a bullish CISD formation here. I'll just remove it to avoid noise. Yeah. As I was saying, so in this case, if you're only interested in looking at bullish closures, you would remove that and then go and set your alert, and it will only tell you or notify you of any bullish closures. The same goes with bearish closures. Basically, whatever you're seeing on the chart, you're going to be notified by that. So let's say I'm only interested in change in state of deliveries, change in momentum. If you're only on the higher time frames, you don't care about the you don't care about the order blocks, the continuations. You just need to get the confirmed change in momentum in this case. So you could set your indicator to only show you the change in state of delivery. And then you can go to add alert and then just create, and it will tell you whenever that candle closes below your level. Same goes with all the other settings. Whatever you see on the chart, you're going to be notified by that. And also on the different time frames, that also can happen. The other thing is that rather than you doing this manually, choosing whether you want bullish or you want bearish, you want to be notified of change in state of delivery or order block, rather than you configuring this manually and then just clicking these dots and setting this up, I've made it easier for you. You can just jump here, say that I want only bullish change in state of delivery, or bearish change in state of delivery, or bullish order block or bearish. Once you choose one of these and you create, you choose once per bar, or if you want every time, if you're looking only for one closure and then you don't want the alert to work anymore, you can just choose only once. But if you choose once per bar, whenever you get a bearish or a bullish change in state of delivery, in this case, you'll be notified. And the indicator will still be working, looking for any bullish change in state of delivery. It will notify you. So that's about it in terms of the alerts. These are basically self-explanatory. If you toggle this on and off, the bullish lines will disappear, both change in state of delivery lines and the order block. Same goes for the bearish. You can choose how many lines you can see. I've limited this to 25 maximum because why would you want more than that? If you're interested in looking at prior change in state of deliveries and order block patterns, you can simply just go to the replay, and then you can see that extends to the back. But anyways, in this case, that's for the numbers. And then time frame, as I shown you previously, if you're looking to plot the change in state of delivery and order block patterns for the daily, you can just set this up and then toggle this on, and it will automatically do that for you. You can see these are the lines for the daily. That is that. And then if you're someone like me who does his analysis on the daily, and you whenever you go to the daily, you don't want to see any lines or anything on the chart. You want it to have the chart clean. You would enable this filter so that if you go to the daily, all the lines will disappear. So let me just remove this filter. In this case, if we go to the 4 hours, it will plot the patterns for 4 hours. If you go to 15 minutes, it will do that for 15 minutes. But in the case of you going to the daily, it will not plot anything because you've set up a filter to limit visibility of this patterns to be plotted on the daily or any time frame that is above the daily. If you do this on the hourly, for example, you just want to see this being plotted on time frames that is lower than the hourly. You set that to hourly, and then whenever you go to lower than hourly, you will see your lines showing on the chart. Yeah. So in this case, I most of the time set this to the daily. Whenever I do my bias analysis, I don't want to see anything. You will get a pop-up message which tells you warning, visibility filter is in action, which means that you have enabled this, and that's why you don't have anything plot on the chart. Basically, this pop-up message, you can, if you already know what you're doing and why you're having those messages, you can hide that. You don't need to see it, just to keep your chart clean, and you can change the position if you wanted to be in a different corner. You can change the colors if you're someone who has, let's say, a dark background. I'll set this to black 100%. So in this case, it won't be that visible. So if you want this box to be a different color, you can do that by changing these, and then you can see it's now visible. I'll just go back to the default. Also, for these messages, if you're doing something crazy, like you're plotting the let's say 1 week change in state of delivery and order block lines, and then you go to a time frame that is, let's say, 1 minute, that is a crazy line. If you're trying to plot something that is the high time frame is weekly and your low time frame is 1 minute, the line is just going to be crazy. So in this case, rather than having TradingView running into errors, it will automatically tell you that, bro, high time frame is too large relative to chart time frame. Please choose a smaller high time frame or use a higher chart time frame. So if we go to something like the daily, that makes sense. But at the moment, because I have the filter on, it's not going to plot. If I remove this, you can see your lines are going to be plot here. So that's mainly about the warning messages. In this case, let's go just on the hourly. Now about this, it's just you're toggling on and off the change in state of delivery and order block. If you're not interested in change in momentum and you only want to trade continuation, you can just hide the change in state of delivery lines. Or if you're interested only in the change in momentum and not interested in continuation, you're trading a reversal, then you can just have change in state of delivery on and hide the order block. Show potential line. This is basically what I was showing previously. So let's say I want to mark the hourly closures. I'm interested in that. And then if I go to the 5 minutes, it tells you there is a potential for you to get a closure for the hourly change in state of delivery in this case, below the open price of the bullish hourly candles. And you get this dotted line showing you that, until you close below this, this is going to turn into a solid red line, confirming this. Unfortunately, we still have 15 minutes. I won't just wait for 15 minutes to show you that closure. But in this case, let's say we are here. So whenever we go above the open price of the bearish candles on the hourly, you'll see this the order block plot. Here we had a potential change in state of delivery, but that didn't work. And then we went back again and closed above to confirm that we're going higher in this case. So these dotted lines will take the color of whatever you choose for your order block and change state of delivery. If you're using all the same, blue and red, or of them are blue or orange or whatever color, it will just adapt that for the dotted line. And you can hide it if you don't want to see. If you're only interested in having the confirmed closures, you don't care about the potential closures, you can just hide that to keep your chart clean. And then you can play with the width as well if you want to do that. So I think that mostly covers everything about this indicator. That was a nice continuation here on the GU today. Anyways, I hope that made things clear for you guys on how to use the ICT, CISD, and order block. This makes sure that your closures are 100% mechanical. There is no window for discretion. And also is very precise on its closures. I had an example here somewhere. But anyways, that's it from my end, guys. I hope you enjoy it and it benefits you and helps you align yourself with higher time frame and lower time frame closures, taking proper trades. Just to let you know, guys, as well, there is a Discord channel called Blaz. I'll link it in the description. If you guys have any issues while using the indicator, or you want to flag anything, or you have any suggestion, just drop whatever you have in mind, and I'll make sure to respond to you guys. If there is any good suggestions, I'll take them and I'll try to implement them. I've already done that for a previous indicator, the fractal market model. A lot of feedback from the people who are using it that got incorporated into the indicator to make sure that whoever is using it is actually benefiting from it rather than just being, a simple tool. So yeah, looking forward to hear any recommendations, suggestions from you guys. Having that said, peace out.